Thanks for tuning in to the Bob's Pro Shot video ball review, and today we're going to take a look at the all-new 900 Global Sublime. The cover on the Sublime is the Reserve Blend 802 Hybrid Reactive cover stock. The core is the Immersed Symmetric AI core. This is the second ball that is featuring the AI core. The finish is reactive gloss, and at 15 pounds we have an RG of 247 and a diff of 056. Out of box, I really like the color of the Sublime. It kind of gave me that feeling of that old Rotogrip Hypercell skid. But as for throwing the Sublime, the first thing I was really blown away by how strong it was. I wasn't expecting it to be that strong of a ball. But then whenever I looked at the numbers, it kind of made sense. I think in the bag, if you're building a 6-ball arsenal, this kind of falls in that middle of the bag. This is going to balance off of that Exponent as your benchmark ball, and it's also going to bounce off of that Zen Gold label too, where the Zen Gold label is going to give you that big angular motion. Since the Sublime has that hybrid reactive cover stock, it's going to see the middle lane just a little bit more, but I would probably say the Sublime is a little bit more continuous than the Gold label. Since recording this video, I've actually hit my Sublime with a 1500 pad and knocked the shine off of it. I just really needed the Sublime to stop and see the middle lane a little bit earlier and just round out that motion a little bit. It was just too angular for what I was liking to see, and it was just making it way too continuous down lane to where I already have balls that can recover from that angle. Something like the Journey is a really good comparison, even though the Journey is a pearl. The Sublime is a little bit more continuous than the Journey, and the Journey really lets me open up my angle, so I don't need two balls that are going to make me do the same thing. Knocking the shine off of this makes the ball see the front part of the lane, see the mid part of the lane, and just slows the ball reaction down to where the ball was taking off on me. Now, with me knocking the shine off of it, the ball is seeing the middle lane better, and it's a little bit smoother and a bit rounder on the back end, giving myself a little bit more versatility with this ball than I previously had at the factory polish. Now, for myself, the Sublime is a first ball out of the bag on a typical league night with the 1500 grit polish knocked off. Whenever I put the polish back on the ball becomes for myself a Game 2, Game 3 ball, to where I need to take a big step left and open up the lanes. I have the confidence that the Sublime is going to come back from those really steep angles. But for how I'm using it currently, with the polish knocked off at 1500, it's a really good first ball out of my bag type option. For myself, does the Sublime make the bag if I'm going out of town? I would say yes. It's going to give me a different option than what I have in my bag currently. Another ball that the Sublime is really close to that if you may have in your bag currently, it's really similar to a TNT Infused. They're both reactive hybrid cover stocks. The numbers on them are pretty similar. I actually think that the Sublime has a higher differential than the TNT Infused, but it's a really similar motion within the two. I don't think it would be all too wise to keep both the TNT Infused and the Sublime in the bag at the same time, just because they're going to be overlapping spots when you can have another ball in that spot that gives you a different shape and a different option. All in all, I would say that the 900 Global Sublime is a really versatile ball that's really open to surface changes and responds really well to surface changes, which is always a sign of a really good ball. Thank you for tuning in to another Bob's Pro Shot video ball review. If you can, take a chance to like us on Facebook and subscribe to the YouTube and Instagram channel. That way you can stay up to date with all of our review videos as well as the promotions that we're running in the shop. Thanks and have a great day.